Get ready for Friday Night Lights like never before. Join us for the ultimate high school football sports special. Touchdowns, tackles, and triumphs await. This is First and 10, sponsored by Duran and Cawthorn. Here is George Faust and Karaski Melvin.
Hi, hello, welcome. That'd be the thing George Faust would say. Right. George isn't here, but that's okay. Our roster's deep. This is Pop Sports' Jonathan Bulott. He's going to be tag teaming with me tonight.
Happy to be here, Ski. You can find all the scores on KLFY.com. Game of the week, 9th-seeded Karen Crow took down Pineville last week. Now they're up against a familiar foe in 8th-seeded Acadiana High in Division II Select.
Now, when these two played last in the regular season, Acadiana would have gotten there for this one. And in that game, it would actually turn out to be 14-7 on the victory for that one. A great game, a defensive struggle with that one. Meanwhile,
over in Ruston, the Bearcats, they're going to slip past the Tigers 20-18 to move on.
All right, so what else we have here going forward? Now going to Southside and Bossier to Airline.
Yeah, taking on Airline. Vikings wasting no time on offense. Ben Taylor looks downfield, and he's going to throw it deep to Kenny Darby, who makes a fantastic catch and falls right into the end zone, putting Airline on the board first, up 7-0. Southside with an answer. It's 3rd and goal for the Sharks. Andrew Angel with the quarterback keeper right into the end zone. That will tie the game up at 7 early on. Then the Vikings are not going down without a fight. They drive down the field and punch Jarvis Davis into the end zone, which would tie the game up at 14 in the second quarter. It was a high-scoring game tonight. That final score in Bossier Airline will advance in the postseason, winning 36-35.
Division II Select, St. Thomas More, hoping to dance their way into the quarterfinals. They were doing pretty well with that. 51-8 in the third. Cougars defense forcing an incompletion there on the Indians, keeping them from advancing. Then, when St. Thomas More got the ball, Carter Melanson, some shaking, some bacon, a nice first down. He's got the moves there. Then, later on, Melanson to the house. SCM wins handily 57-17. Cheerleaders from both teams, they're having a party. Ain't no party like a cheerleader party.
And ain't no party like a regional party. Number 3, LCA taking on number 14, Peabody. LCA took the opening kick down to the Peabody 38-yard line and get the scoring going early. Jawan Johnson finds TJ Marzell on the swing pass, and he'll do the rest. Marzell finds the end zone, and LCA would convert the 2-point try. Ensuing possession, the Knights would be pinned at the 1, and it doesn't matter. First play of the drive, Jawan Johnson finds the speedster, Brennan Walker, for a 99-yard LCA touchdown. The Knights go up by 15, and LCA takes care of business, winning 54-20. How about number 10, Madison Prep, traveling to number 7, Turlings, tied at 14 late in the second. Charlie Mader connects on the field goal to put the Rebels up by 3 going into the half. This game would stay tight in the early stages of the third quarter. Preston Welch and Turlings looking for more inside the 5-yard line. Welch scrambles, and he'll find Travis Gallion along the sideline for a Turlings touchdown. Turlings would score late in the fourth quarter and take a 1-point lead and go on to win 31-30.
Division II non-select, Iota, Cecilia, Bulldogs v. Bulldogs. A dogfight, if you will. Cecilia barking back first. A sack by Bronson. Sweet potato packed. Iota would punt. Cecilia wasting no time, driving into the red zone. Corey Broussard hurled his way in for a green and gold touchdown. Then Peyton Renfro, he would try to get something going, but Iota, having none of that. Interception by sophomore Braylon Jones. Cecilia's offense would take over, and Faust phenom Diesel Solari calls his own number, adds more to the ball, where head coach Dennis Gaines all smiles. Cecilia steamrolling to victory, 70-30.
They're just like Drake. They're doing it for all the dogs. Defensive battle in St. Francisville. Opelousas is facing West Feliciana. First quarter, Jaden Collins. He's going to take down a runner for a tackle for loss. In the same drive, it's going to be Collins yet again. This time, tripping up a runner on 4th down for a turnover on downs. Later in the quarter, Collins and Bruin Guilfoyle. He'll get the big-time defensive stop for the Saints. Final seconds of the first quarter, Opelousas strikes Zach Malvo. He's been big throughout the regular season. He'll have a dart right here to Corey Fontenot. Tigers go for 2. Malvo keeps it himself as Opelousas, they keep on rolling in this game, and they'll go on to win 14-0.
Wildcats and the Raiders, that would be Wassman Northwest if you're keeping score at home. First half, Wildcats quarterback Tristan Wooten, a nice pass to his wide receiver. That's a Wildcats touchdown. Then, next play for the Raiders. They're going to give the ball to Javian Reese, and he's going to go up the middle for the touchdown. Raiders winning 24-14, Northwest advancing.
And we're going to go ahead and light up the scoreboard. Number 19, Abbeville. They would fall to number 4, Lutcher tonight, 35-12.
Meanwhile, we have Assumption, 43-21 winners over Breaux Bridge, a 19-3 matchup. Now, Jonathan, we have another pair of Acadiana teams going in it in non-select Division II, and that includes undefeated Vermilion Catholic looking to soar, sir, to a state title.
News 10 Sports' Jalen Cavalier is in studio to tell us more from Jalen. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Jonathan? What's going on, Ski? Vermilion Catholic is chasing perfection, but my first stop of the night was in St. Martinville. Let's get to the action from Tiger Stadium. Tigers hosting Jennings this evening with the game tied at 7 at halftime. We go to the second half. Tigers quarterback Caden Zion keeps and hits the Jets. Zion takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line as he finally gets stops, by a Jennings defender. And the next play, he hands it off to Steven Blanco, who takes it into the end zone for a touchdown to give St. Martinville the lead. But in the end, in a close one, it's Jennings who gets the win 25-23. Now we go to Abbeville, chasing perfection. Vermilion Catholic at home, taking on Delhi Charter. In the first quarter, Vermilion Catholic thought they had to stop. But as you see right there, the Gators running back breaks out of the tackle. He's going, and he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The Gators will score, miss a 2-point conversion. But Vermilion Catholic right here will stop Delhi on their next possession on 4th down. And then it's Jonathan D'Artes who hands it off to Joe Langlanay, who takes it in for the touchdown as Vermilion Catholic goes on to win 48-12, and they advance. Well, Ski, Jonathan, Vermilion Catholic is keeping that perfection alive, but I'm sending more to y'all for some more playoff football.
Thank you, Jalen. Don't go anywhere. We still have games from Division III and Division IV coming up after the break.
But first, Jalen, we're going to do Band of the Week, and you know where they're from? They're from Northwest. You want to listen?
Let's get it.